Hi everyone, this is Nicole and welcome back. Today we are focusing on a beginner's hip opening session. This is ideal for those of us that have tight hips and potentially are having some lower back pain as a result of shortened muscles. So today we're going to be using our breath and some special exercises in order to lengthen and stretch out those muscles and hopefully be able to get rid of some of that lower back pain and also strengthen the lower back. So let's get started. I have a few things for the class that are ready. My yoga mat, I've got some blocks, I've got a strap, and I also have over here a small pillow and then a bigger cushion. So if you don't have those things yet, feel free to just quickly bring those over so that you can use those, and I will, I will suggest when would be a good time to use those different props. So let's get started. We're going to come down just into this basic Dandasana pose with our legs straightened out here. Now you can see that my back and my spine is long and lengthened because of course I have been practicing for a long time. What I want you to notice is on yourself is where is your back? You might have a problem such as this where your back is more curved. Now this happens because we have tight muscles, and so what we're going to focus on today is being able to lengthen those so that you can also have length in the spine. But we can use a prop meanwhile. So if you have a block or a cushion or a blanket, place that just below the sit bones. And now what's happened is that we've been able to lift up our hips so that they are higher up than our knees. And this is important because now we're able to shift the tailbone forward and create length in the spine. So this is good. So whichever you'd like to use, which is ever more comfortable, feel free to use that. So from here, we're going to activate the legs here, flex feet. And now we're going to engage into a breath that we're going to use for the rest of the session. The breath is important because it allows us to create further space as we go deeper into poses. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with an Ujjayi technique, and this is the same one that we practiced yesterday. It's very simple. First, we're going to inhale through the nose, and we're going to exhale through the mouth with the mouth open, pretending as if we were fogging up a mirror. So let's do that together. Inhale and exhale. As if you're fogging up a mirror. Let's try that again. Inhale. And one more time. Inhale. Okay. Now we're going to apply the technique, which is exactly the same, only that we're going to now close our mouth. But we're going to still pretend that we're fogging up that mirror or that glass. And you should feel almost like a constriction in the throat. And you should also hear a type of oceanic type sound. So let's try that together. Inhale. Inhale again. Try that a third time. So you should be able to hear an ocean type sound, which is your breath on the exhale. This is the breath that we want to use throughout the sequence. That way we are warming up the body, warming up the organs, which is also going to help us to go deeper as we stretch into those hip flexors. Okay, so let's begin. Just bring your hands here, just outside of the hips, behind the glutes. We're going to send those shoulders back. We're flexing the feet here, so we should feel an activation all alongside the legs. Even though we're just sitting, we're actually working on a lot of things and activating a lot of body parts. Now we're going to go ahead and bring our gaze slightly down, keeping that chest open. And we're going to take 3 Ujjayi inhales here. Okay, great. Now from here, bringing that gaze up, we're going to inhale here. And then we're going to exhale an Ujjayi as we turn our head to the right. Inhale as we come back to the center. And exhale as we go left. Inhale back to center. And exhale as we go right. Filling up that chest and exhaling left. Inhaling one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Coming back to the center here. We're going to separate out our legs slightly. And we're going to start doing some rotations with our ankles. Trying to isolate the ankles as much as possible. So we're not moving our legs. We're really trying to isolate the movement of the ankles. If this is difficult, you can start with one foot. Start with the left foot. And the idea here is to do this with presence. We're not looking to do anything fast. We want to do things mindfully and thoroughly. Switch to the other foot. Really warming up the ankle joint here. From here, sitting up on the sit bone, making a fist with your hands, and we're going to do the same thing with our wrists. From typing a lot, from sitting at a desk, this can get a little bit stiff, so we just notice. And we get to notice this as we focus our attention onto these physical sensations. Take that the other way around. We're continuing to flex our feet. Very good. And now from here, we're going to flex this right knee. You're going to place your hands just underneath, and we're going to do some circles with our knees. Take it the other way. And switch legs. Get the other direction. Very good. Now go ahead and place those legs down. Now from here, we can grab a strap if we have one. We're going to place the strap just on the balls of the feet, just underneath the balls of the feet. And we're continuing to keep the feet flexed, engaged, and you should feel an engagement here in the quads, in the glutes. And we're going to inhale, extending the spine here. And we want to keep the spine extended. So we're not actually crouching over forward, but we're actually lifting, lengthening the spine, and then moving forward. You should feel the folding from the hips, keeping that chest open and forward, looking forward here. Taking a deep inhale, and we're going to continue with our Ujjayi breath. So inhaling through the nose, exhaling with the mouth closed. You might notice if on the next exhale, you can go a little bit deeper. Continuing to keep a lengthened spine. On the next inhale, go ahead and release the strap. Now we're going to bend the knees, take them to the width of the mat, supporting yourself with your hands behind you, and we're going to wipe our knees over to the right. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, wipe them over to the left. Almost like windshield wipers, wiping them to the right, inhaling, exhaling, wiping to the left. And you want to see if you can manage to bring those knees closer to the ground. We want to respect also our body, and we don't want to exceed certain limits. We don't want to injure ourselves, so we can explore with curiosity, but also moving carefully and with consideration of your body. I hope you're enjoying the rain. It's been raining here, so we are just entering the winter season in Guatemala. So our rainy season starts now and then runs until about August, September. It's kind of a calming effect, I think, for a class. Okay, now that we've done that, we are going to come down onto our mat. So maybe scoot your butt down a bit and slowly come back. And we're going to cross our right leg over our left. So we should have our right ankle over our left knee in a figure 4. Now from here, you might already feel a stretch. You can bring this left foot closer and then start picking up this left leg. And you should feel most likely some kind of pressure and tension in the outer right thigh and glutes. You can also, if this is enough, you can stay here. If you want to go a little bit more, you can bring your hands through either side of the left knee, bring them underneath, and then start exhaling and bringing that left knee closer to your chest. And using your right elbow to separate and push away that right knee. Take a deep inhale here. From here, we're going to rock over to the left and back to the right, over to the left and back to the right. And as you add this little movement, you might also notice how the sensations and the pressure and the tension is also moving, perhaps intensifying in other areas. So something to observe, and perhaps stretching out or maybe placing a little bit more emphasis on areas that seem a bit more tense just by going there with a slight movement. Okay, let's go ahead and release that leg down. We're going to switch sides, crossing over our left ankle onto the right knee, bringing in that right foot, and then slowly picking it up and start noticing again how the tension is building here on the left outer thigh and the glute. You can stay here or go ahead, interlock those fingers underneath the right knee. And as you exhale, start drawing in that right knee towards the chest. And you can use that left elbow against the left knee, pressing away. Take 3 deep Ujjayi breaths here. Now we're going to do the same. We're going to start rocking this figure 4 over to the right and rocking back, and start noticing again certain other areas that might be a little bit more tense that need some attention. So feel free to just explore those areas. Breathing into those areas that are extra tense, using really that exhale to release and let go. The breath is really magical and really powerful when we use it in the right way. And typically the exhalation, no matter what we're doing, is a relief. It's a release. It allows us to go a bit deeper, to relax further into what we're doing. So coming back now to the center here, we're going to go ahead and extend this leg, left leg out. And now we're going to grab this right knee with our hands. And we're going to open up the hips to the side. We're going to inhale, bring it back to the center. Exhale, release, and open it out to the side. Then we're going to do some circles here. We're going to do some circles with the knees. Slowly. And finally, bringing that knee back into the center. And now go ahead and switch sides. Bringing that left knee in. Inhaling here. And as we exhale, we open up that thigh. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, opening up the thigh. And inhale, bringing it back. And we want to synchronize the movement with the breath. So take your time and just use your own breath in order to go through these repetitions. Synchronizing the movement with your inhale and subsequent exhale. Let's go ahead and draw those circles. This leg can be extended, but if this is too much, you can also just keep that knee bent. And finishing up circles here. Go ahead and bring both of the knees into the chest. Hands underneath the knees, and we're going to roll forward, roll backwards, and eventually I'm going to come back up here. And now we're going to turn over this way. We're going to come into butterfly. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet together. Go ahead and open up here, create some space. You can either interlock the hands together, bring them over the feet, or you can also just place your hands here on your shins. In this exercise, we are actually going to arch the back. Before we were keeping that spine long and lengthened, this time we're actually wanting to arch over. And as we arch over, we're going to press with the elbows into the thighs. Bringing the crown of the head towards the feet. Taking a deep inhale here. On the next inhale, go ahead and come back up. And now we're going to extend our legs out. Now it depends. I have more flexibility, so I'm able to open up these legs more. But it's quite all right if your legs are here as well. Okay? And now from here, we want to continue to stretch and lengthen out these muscles here along the leg. And so we're going to grab a block. We're going to continue flexing our feet. And we're going to come and hover over forward. Here we're going to try to extend again our back. So we're not arching over. We're actually trying to maintain the chest and the shoulders lifted and up. Reaching forward while we keep our feet flexed. And you should definitely start feeling activation here in the groin, in the inner thigh, all the way down to the feet. If this is too much and you just want to focus on the legs, then you can grab a cushion or a pillow. Continue flexing the feet. This is important. But bring this pillow in and just lean over onto this pillow. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. And on the next inhale, go ahead and come up. We're going to bring our feet together here. We're going to turn back around. And now we're going to actually cross our legs. And we can use a block for this, or no block, depends. And we're going to inhale, lift our left arm up, opening up the left side of the body here. And as we exhale, bending over to the right side. Now notice that I'm still in alignment, so I'm not forward, I'm not somewhere back, I'm here in this alignment. On the next inhale, coming up, lifting, switching to the other side, and coming down to the left. Opening up the right side of the body here. Inhale, switch sides again, slowly. And one more time, over to the other side. Seeing if you can take that a little bit deeper. Keeping that shoulder away from the face and from the ears. And inhale, coming back down. We're going to come onto our knees. And we want to make sure that our hips are on top of our knees, our shoulders on top of our wrists. And we're going to inhale, sending the belly all the way down, accentuating the tailbone, sending the shoulders back, looking forward. And you should feel a small tension in the lumbar spine. As you exhale, you start rounding, curving the spine, sending it all the way up, separating out those shoulder blades as much as possible, tucking in the tailbone, and allow the neck to completely melt between the shoulders here. On the next inhale, bringing it back, lowering the belly down, raising the head, shoulders back, chest lifted, and exhale. One more time, curving the spine, separating out the shoulder blades, and then coming back, floating onto the heels, and walking the hands forward into a child's pose. Taking a deep inhalation here. allowing yourself to sink a bit deeper. Relaxing here after all that movement and stretching of the hips, creating space. On the next inhale, we're going to raise our hand forward, and we're going to exhale here. I'm going to go ahead and come up onto our knees, cross back, and slowly make our way down, laying down onto the mat. You want to make sure that your neck and your head are well protected on the mat. And go ahead and just stretch out here, palms facing up, relax. Allow your hips to weigh down heavily onto the mat. You may want to just shimmy the hips side to side. Make sure you're not holding any tension. Adjust the shoulders. You want to be really comfortable. Taking a deep inhale into the nose. And exhale. As we come into our final resting position, I want you to fully drop into this relaxing experience with your body, feeling supported by the mat below you. Noticing any tingling sensations, maybe even some thoughts passing through. Noticing the body naturally self-regulating. Take another deep, refreshing inhale. Allowing your body to settle into this new space that you've created. And as you're laying here, with your eyes closed, totally relaxed, I want you to consider, as you've been creating space, thinking about our relationships and what may be something that we would like to create in our relationships. Perhaps more direct or honest communication. Perhaps you'd like to see more love and affection. Perhaps you'd like to have more patience, compassion. What is it that you would like to see and create? And finally, of whatever that is that you'd like to create, what small action or intention can you start applying today to bring that in? Take one more deep inhale, nourishing your whole body. And exhale. If you'd like to stay further in this relaxing pose, feel free to stay on. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that will relieve a little bit of the back and relax you for the rest of the day. Thank you for joining me. Looking forward to tomorrow.